I need a break. I am where this thing comes from, and I am so happy the 15th of April is coming on. I cannot tell you. A couple housekeeping things. I heard a couple cell phones going off. I need you to go ahead real quick and text back and say, hey, I'm in a thing, and if I catch you on your phone after the next couple seconds, we're all just going to look at you until you chill out. All right. All right. So don't be texting. What's the other one? Kicking or Snapchatting with Bay while you shoveling ice cream in your face. All right. Couple jokes. Since I am a preacher, this one spoke to me. It said these are sort of proof that college students didn't write the Bible. The loaves and the fishes would have been replaced by pizza and chips. The 10 Commandments would actually only be 5, but they're going to be double-spaced and written in large font to make them look like 10. The forbidden fruit would have been eaten because it wasn't served in the Joe Young Switzer cafeteria. Let's see. Paul's letter to the Romans would become Paul's emails to the Romans. The reason Cain killed Abel, they were roommates. The place where the end of the world occurs, not the plains of Armageddon, rather its finals. The Tower of Babel blamed for foreign language requirement. If you don't know about the Tower of Babel, see me after, I'll tell you about it. Reason why Moses and followers were asked, they walked in the desert for 40 years, they didn't want to ask directions and look like freshmen. And instead of God creating the world in 6 days and resting on the 7th, he would have put it off until the night before it was due and then pulled an all-nighter and hope no one noticed. All right, I got one more set of things that college students might say when you get those final evaluations that you have to fill out. You put in, how many of you just do the bubbles or whatever and you're done with it? Just be honest, come on, let's just be real. It'll set you free. Don't you feel better because you're honest? How many of you actually write comments? Now let me ask you, how many of you write them because you were so ticked off? Same ones. Well, we were just saying comments that you would have seen during the final evaluation. They would have said something like, the textbook makes a satisfying thud when dropped on the floor. This class was a religious experience for me. I had to take it all on faith. The recitation was great. It was so confusing that I forgot who I was, where I was, and what I was doing. It's a great stress reliever. The teacher's assistant steadily improved throughout the course. I think he started drinking and he really loosened him up. Information was presented like a ruptured fire hose. This one tickled me so bad at work I actually started laughing out loud. Hold on a second. Information was presented like a ruptured fire hose, spraying in all directions, no way to stop it. Anybody have professors like that? They go all over the place. Anybody? Yeah. He is one of the best teachers I have had. He is well organized, presents good lectures, and creates interest in the subject. I hope my comments don't hurt his chances of getting tenure. Help, I've fallen asleep and I can't wake up. So for those of you who have laughed at my jokes, appreciate that I labored intently trying to write and come up with something funny. I'm just kidding. I got these on the internet like an hour before I left work today because I didn't have an opener. So I'm gonna walk around a little bit. That's okay. So don't look away from me, because then I'll have to come sit by you and spend the rest of my time talking to you. So, how many of you are like third year, juniors, official third years? How many of you are a little bit beyond that, but you're still classified as a junior? That's awesome. How many of you had people that started out with you that are no longer here at all? It's not good. How many of them have left for reasons you would consider might be somewhat superficial, short-sighted, maybe they didn't really see the big picture? And some others probably financial, maybe, and that happens, right? Same thing happened with my class, right? Back in 19... The reason why I'm clean faced is because as of my birthday this year, there were a few gray hairs in my chin hair And if you don't know anything about gray hairs, because you don't, except for what you've seen on your parents, and they, you think that you always thought they were old as dirt anyway, so it's okay. Gray hairs, especially in my face, they don't lay down and hide. You can walk up close to me, they're like, hey, here I am. I'm gray. He's getting old. Look at him. Look at him. So I cut him off. How many of you would have guessed I was 39 when I came in here? If you raise your hand, I'll punch you in the face. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding. Yes, I am 39. I have been out of Manchester College for 60 years. What, like that? That was one of them old as dirt comments. And that will get you stared at for like at least 5 minutes. Now, I know some of you are going to have to leave. Please tell your professors that they should have made this a national holiday since I came to town. I'm just kidding. If you got to do that, I understand. I was going to act like my feelings were hurt, but I said I'm going to do that. The reason why I ask those questions about, do you know people who didn't stick it out, and the superficial aspect of it is because a lot of times people change colleges for superficial reasons. I came to Manchester, and Manchester was not my first choice. I was signed, sealed, and delivered on my way to Indiana University in Bloomington. Now, who right now is saying, why Manchester? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. How many students would you guess are at Indiana University in Bloomington? 32,000, 40,000? Somewhere around there. A lot of people, right? A lot of people. It's like another city, right? Definitely, 5 or 6 times bigger than North Manchester, just on the campus. So it's been a large school. I would have been a number, especially during my first year classes in a big lecture hall where seats go up to the heavens, right? And if you're scared of heights, you get squeamish and won't want to come down. And I always want to major in accounting. I've taken accounting classes or studied accounting, did something in accounting since the 10th grade in high school. I graduated in 1994. So that tells you how long I've been crunching numbers, okay? So I knew I always knew I was going to major in accounting, and my accounting instructor in high school, to come over here with you guys and give you some love. I just don't want to pay over there. They'll feel special. He told me, go to IU, that's good, state school. You'll do well, because I did well in this class. Don't worry about the size, which was a little intimidating. It was a big school. I didn't want to get lost in the shuffle. Calling home every other night, whimpering and crying to my mom, trying to be strong. How's it going? I'm just breaking down. I didn't want to do that. And something happened. The person that was organizing sort of this group effort for a bunch of minority students in South Bend, Indiana, where I'm from originally, to go to IU, he passed away that year. So that was sort of like a And my roommate, who was one of my best friends in high school, said, well, I'm going to Manchester. You should just come to Manchester with me. Now, if I would have just did that, just because he said so, I would have been here for a superficial reason, and guess what? I probably would have left for a superficial reason. But I was looking for a college. I was looking for one that was going to provide me with what I needed in order to be successful academically, so I can get my degree, and so I can get a job, make lots of money, and buy the stuff that I want. That was my dream then, okay? How many of you still there? It's okay. It'll change. Get older and start having children, you just want to have a day to yourself and spend no money. You'll want to be held up in your bedroom with the doors closed and the blinds shut, hoping that the kids won't say, Mommy, Daddy, right? So he died, and I was like, well, do I really want to go to IU? I still kind of sort of did, but then I was like, So I came to Manchester, visited, and fell in love with the place. Small campus, I get more individual attention. I walk around the room, so I'm like all eyes being on me. So I've always been the attention hog. I'm the baby in my family, by the way. So how many babies in the family? Are we some of the most awesome people in the world? Let's clap for ourselves, shall we? And I knew I needed that individual attention, and it panned out. I came to Manchester, and my roommate, and I had the blessing of being with someone I had known for several years. Yeah, we still got on each other's nerves. You're talking about why Cain killed Abel. We had a couple of Cain killed Abel moments almost. But he was someone I grew up with, and we knew each other. We were able to work through our differences without having to get mediation involved and all that kind of stuff. And so we had sort of a support system with each other. There were a couple of times for financial reasons, he almost couldn't stay. But it worked out that he could. And I was thankful because, he introduced me to Manchester, And through my accounting professor, he knew about Manchester and said, yeah, if you go there, you don't have to worry about anything as an accountant. You will be all right. Now, I'm not diminishing any other disciplines here, but hey, I'm an accountant, I'm a numbers guy. If there was a gang sign for it, I'd throw it up. But we don't have that. So for 4 years, I labored intensely, started out with a 3.5, almost a 3.6 GPA. Then intermediate accounting took place. We're going to have prayer after this.
We have a test tomorrow.
Oh yeah, well we might have to light some candles too. So intermediate accounting came, my GPA went down quick. Now I didn't flunk it, but there was one semester where I got straight B. There wasn't an A within a mile of my grades 1 year. Straight B's all the way through. That was okay. It was challenging, right? So that's all the way up to intermediate. I'm just telling you where I graduated. I had graduated with a 3.1. I was okay with that. Got into the graduate program that we had at the time on probation. And they said, look, normally we don't even, with some other professors. It's one of the things I love about Manchester, other professors behind the scenes, and I didn't know this until I graduated, went to bat for me. They said he deserves to be in this program because he's not going to be a failure. How many schools would you have where professors knew your character, knew your work at that level that they would go to bat for you behind the scenes? So I got in and I told them, I said, oh, you were going to just let me be on probation. You weren't even going to consider me? Do you know who I am? Had a little bit of an ego problem, I did, but it's okay. But I showed them I graduated from the graduate program with a 3.4. And took the CPA exam on the first try and passed it. Now, this was back in the days when we went to Indianapolis. We wouldn't be sitting in a nice room like this. We would go to the state fairgrounds in Indianapolis and sit at the long tables, kind of like what they have downstairs with the people set up with the different groups that are, we sat at those in the cow barns. There were 500 tables, 2 students to a table, so there's 1,000 students in there taking one major exam for 2 days, 8 hours. Not computerized, but you can take, a little break and, text back, it's hard. And go back to class. You sat down with a basic calculator, a number 2 pencil that they provided, bubble sheets like a mile high, and test booklets that you had to open up and break the seal on. Old school. Right? Now, hard. I saw some people sit for an hour and they were gone. I blinked and they were gone. They were like, that's it, I'm out. I was like, really? You came all the way to Indianapolis just to leave after an hour? I mean, just start making up some stuff. And I think that's what some of them did. A, B, 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 C, D, 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 whatever. All right, now let's rewind a little bit. How many of you have had challenging situations come up where you made you question, should you stay or should you go? And you're still here. During my sophomore year, my second year, 1995, it would have been in the fall, in October. It was, I forget what day it was. We got a phone call. My roommate and I, we thought we were ballers back then. I don't know if you still use the word ballers, do you? Yeah. We still do. Everybody still, who's balling out of control now? Tell the truth. You're not. Don't worry about it. Watch out. We get a phone call. We had a answering machine, not voicemail. An answering machine. Yeah, we thought we were ballers. And immediately I knew something wasn't right. So I let the answering machine pick up, and it was my cousin saying, because I'm Albert Cotton Jr., that's what they call me, Junior, Sean, pick up the phone, this is an emergency. And so I got from the top bunk, sleeping and groggy, went over, picked up the phone, and was told that my sister had been murdered. Numb. I became instantly numb. I didn't break down and start crying actually until at that time we had raised our TV to pick up South Bend stations. Don't ask me how. It was all legal, I promise, it was legal. And when I saw the news report and they showed her house, and the tape around the house. That's when I lost it. And my grandfather came to pick me up and went home. And I was in South Bend for 2 weeks. We had the funeral, and that was the hardest funeral I have ever been to. I mean, hard. And I had to ask myself, am I going to be able to go back and continue where I left off? Something within me said, you've got to go back. You've got to finish what you started. Your sister was on her way to the Navy Reserve in order to better her life. She was a CNA type, had struggled for a while having kids, and being a single mom. My niece and my nephew, the assailant that killed her, tried to kill them. They survived. And our lives were flipped upside down several times over. And I cannot describe to you the grief that I felt and the emotional roller coaster that ensued afterward. But guess what? I came back. Walked on eggshells for a while because I was just in a very emotionally unstable spot. And I had professors who showed that they were really about faith, learning, and service. In that, they allowed me to get caught up. No one ever suggested, hey, you might want to just go ahead and sit out the rest of the semester and withdraw and try to regroup and finish later. No, they said, whatever you need, we got you, basically. I was paraphrasing. And that was my accounting professor at the time, Craig Yaney, who was here. And he walked me through every lecture I missed and problems and made sure I understood it. Other professors allowed me to turn in late work, make up exams, and I knew I had to finish. I'm the first person in my immediate family to get both a bachelor's and a master's degree. And I knew that I could not let this tragedy define my outcomes. And I stuck it out. How many of you would have been able to, how many of you would not have been able to continue? You think? It's just based on what you're thinking now. That'd be hard, right? And it was. I mean, I would lash out at people on campus. My friends now, people who were just normally joking with me, but because I was so emotionally fragile, if I wasn't in a space in my head to accept their jokes, I'd lash out, like, and I had to come back and apologize. And they put up with that. So the friendships I made helped me to stay. The professors, the administration reached out to me, and that helped me to stay. People in my dorm, I lived in Helmet at the time, they were rallying around me and said, whatever you need, let us know. We'll do whatever we can to help you out. And that helped me to stay and be successful. Now my niece is 21. A couple gunshot wounds, one that left a permanent scar on her face. But she's 21. She just placed second place in her indoor track championships at the University of Detroit Mercy. I have a nephew, 27. He was shot twice as well. He survived. He's 27 years old now and doing okay. So through all that adversity, through all those trying times that I went through, I knew I found my place in the love and embrace that these people at Manchester, then college, had given me. So I'm here to encourage you. Don't give up. Stay the course. You got this. Hashtag Dave when you leave. He said, I'm awesome. Because you did. You did. You did. You got it. You got what it takes. I mean, if you didn't think you had what it takes for a while, let's be real. But you're still here. It's not the circumstances that define your strength. It's how you deal with the challenges in those circumstances. Do you shirk back and say, well, I really want to pledge a fraternity or a sorority, and we don't have that advantage. Well, you know, we can't, there's nothing to do in North Manchester. And there isn't. Nothing's changed since 98, 99. Right? You know what we did some night? We would just go to everybody's dorm that we had friends in or just harass people. It really helps you relieve. Just go harass your friends. Oh, while they're laying in their bed on a Friday, mad because they're bored watching TV, and so I'm watching a movie, just get in the bed. Not like that. And please, just don't take this the wrong way. Just buddy up to them. Just fucking lean on them. It's obvious what they're doing. So what's going on? How you doing? You've got to find. It's not that Manchester is just so boring. Boring people say things are boring. Creative people find a way. You ever had a snowball fight? Anybody have snowball fights?
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, we were, it was the guys against the girls. We came out like 45 minutes before it was supposed to start. We had snowballs everywhere on campus. We were going to beat the girls down, and we did. And some of them got mad trying to actually beat us down, throwing us in the snow, tag teaming on us, dropping elbows. I felt a couple of elbows in my rib cage or something. But we made fun. We made fun. I DJ'd on campus. Any campus DJs in the room? Not it. No campus DJs? Who DJs the park? The dancers? Anybody? Who? Johnny. He's the one. Actually, I was kind of like a Johnny back then. And I think my last name is Cotton, right? C-O-T-T-O-N. What your clothing is made out of, right? You want to guess what my DJ handle was?
100% cotton.
100%. You were supposed to like stand up, bow, throw money at my feet. I don't know.
Are you pretty strong?
But I had fun. I had fun doing that kind of stuff. Being part of the Black Student Union, I had fun doing that. Being part of the, what is it called? Activities Council. You guys still have the Activities Council? And they did spirit fingers. I had fun doing that stuff, being involved. But probably why I'm such a busy freak like I am now. You know, I like being involved, I like helping people, faith, learning, and service. That's why I came back. That's why I served on the alumni board. That's why when I come to campus, I want to pull a backpack out too and go to class with you guys. I don't want to do the word. I just want to be around you young people because you have energy, you have your life ahead of you. You can make it, not just here in Manchester. Think big picture. Every time those superficial thoughts come up, think big picture. This place has enabled me to work for Ernst & Young, pass the CPA exam on the first try. I'm an adjunct professor at 2 universities in my city. You make some money coming up in Manchester. Those of you coming like money, anybody like money, anybody like to shop? Anybody want a nice car when you graduate? Where the air conditioner actually works, right? Understand, because if any of you got cars now, the air conditioners iffy every time. The heat gets a little sketchy when it gets too cold. You want to be successful, not just monetarily, but being fulfilled in what you do. Manchester provides that, right? It is for me. I know it's doing it for you, whether you see it now or not. It's one thing I've learned about young people, because I like to consider myself still young. Anybody say anything different? Beat me outside. One of the things I love is that, well, not love, one thing I've observed is that a lot of times young people see about this far in front of them. If you're one of those people right now, I encourage you to take that blinder off. Don't just worry about the now. You guys can text Bay in an instant, send a picture to Bay in an instant, post an Instagram of you and Bay at the game. Like, and the people that are following you go to this school and they just saw you and Bay walk in together. We know you're at the game, and, you know. And so much is handed to you in an instant, but true success takes time. Slow progress. Share something with you that I'm thinking about doing this year. But you heard that I lift weights 7 days a week, right? Go to the gym 7 days a week. That's what working, teaching, taxes. Church. Don't think about church, right? Ministering to God's people. I lift weights 7 days a week, sometimes 2 hours at a time. I'm doing that to push my body to the limits, to sculpt my physique, because I might compete in a physique competition this year. All right? I appreciate it though. The reason why I'm bringing that up, as not for accolades or for you to be like, did you do it? No. If I don't do it, it's fine.